You never feel happy. Never feel happy. No, you won't. Until you try.
So this is our first night of Indigo and I being on the road together. And we've just arrived. We're about, I think, 100 kilometers outside of Jasper. And we're at a little recreational site that has free camping in the off season. Because I think it's supposed to get down to about -7. So that's not like super, super cold, but it'll be chilly. So we're gonna start a fire. Indigo's gonna make dinner. And this will be our first night camping together. In the
For free.
mountains. For free. So I have no idea how cold it was last night, except that there's like ice. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I
That's
can hear it.
ice on the window, on the inside of the window, even with the insulation on the windows.
So it was pretty cold last night.
Pretty cold. Slept with my gloves and my hat and my buff on my neck. Like that. Night 2. We did it. And it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun's not going to come up for another 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, no, there's something very satisfying about getting through a night, you know, in the cold, in the middle of the Rockies, literally on an ice field. Like, I feel like the survival factor is really high.
Yeah. So what happened last night?
Yeah, so this truck comes in, or like a large kind of SUV. And
At what time?
At 12. And so I can just like crack a little thing there so I can look out. And so I watched them. So my thing was like, are they interested in us at all, right? So like, are they park patrol people or, right? But then I realized like after 10 or 15 minutes, no, they're pretty busy doing something in their vehicle. So then I started thinking like, are they disposing of a body or are they, I don't know, that's all I could think of really. But anyway, and then I noticed that they were cooking. So I could see steam coming up, and at one point I saw the guy like smell a pot, and I was like, oh, everything's cool, like they're really busy, right? Like they got stuff going on. Then I was like, what have they got going on at 12 o'clock?
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. And there were 3 guys. Well, I don't know, maybe they could have been a woman, but 3 people. Huh. They looked like people. I assume they were people with headlamps on, and they had like super gear on. But it took them like 2 hours of whatever they were doing. And the headlamps were flying around. And it's like, what could they possibly be doing? And at 2 o'clock, they all set off for the mountains. And they closed up their truck and off they went. Then I couldn't get to sleep because I was wondering about what they were doing. Anyway, we did turn the car on twice. I turned the car on twice for about 10 minutes each time.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I've rambled long enough. Day 3, free camping, British Columbia, just north of Revelstoke. We didn't even cheat. It's a recreational area and they're free. It was easy camping last night, I'd say, because it maybe got down to 0, not a lot below that. We were so toasty and warm. We had a nice fire. There's actually firewood all over the place that we could use that was just like left over by other campers. It was a good night. Last night we headed out to a recreational site, same as we did yesterday. But it was kind of late, so it was getting dark. We didn't know it was up a mountain. And the trail was about the size of an ATV trail. I think it was like 12 kilometers. And it was snowing, and it was getting slippery, and it was kind of scary. But we made it. We had a really comfortable sleep, and it didn't snow anymore. So we're safe to go down the mountain today. And we were warm. stayed at Flying J's truck stop. Indigo did not sleep well.
No.
And as a result, I did not sleep well.
Sorry.
But we had a pretty awesome day today. Indigo had a shower, cheered her up greatly.
Best 1260 I've ever spent.
And then, and they give you an hour at the Flying J. An hour in the shower. So I didn't see Indigo for a very long time. It was snowing in Hope, so we thought, oh, we'll get to the coast today. So we did. So it's pretty chilly here on the Pacific coast. This was our first glimpse of the ocean today. We rolled into this campground just up north from Vancouver. Oh, that breeze is very chilly. It's snowing, kind of ice pellety, very chilly. We were going to pay tonight because there was no real options around Vancouver.
We were going to throw in the towel on our week.
Well, we weren't going to throw in the towels. We didn't really have any options in terms of like rec centers or recreation areas. Anyway, so we got to a campsite that's right on the Pacific Ocean before the ferry terminal at Horseshoe Bay. And they were just closing down the campsite because they were having wind warnings of 100 kilometers an hour. So they're closing it for the whole weekend. But they said very kindly that we could just park in the parking lot and they would leave the bathrooms open for us. So we're here. And it's very gusty. You can't hear the wind right now, but you could earlier. And we're being a little strategic tonight. We're sitting across from each other in my bed, which has the mattress warmer, and we're warming each other's feet up nice and warm before Indigo gets into her sleeping bag. And I can't really believe it. Like, we're almost to the end of a week. Tomorrow night we'll be with family. So we did it. 6 nights off-grid, British Columbia, cold weather, winter.
Woo!
Woo! I felt proud.
Me too.
I felt proud. It was a little tough at times, but we did it.